Hi everyone! Today I'm working on the cover page for my volume 1 of my Life Crafted albums this year, and because this is the first album of the year, I wanted to make the title page a bit more special. So I was inspired by this pattern paper from Citrus Twist Kits. This is from the Fresh Starts 6x8 patterned paper set, and this one looks a bit like a cutting mat. So I've cut this down to 5 inches wide, which is the same size as a Life Crafted album page with outside the page protector. And I'm going to add in some little crafty goodies and some ephemera from the handmade die cut ephemera pack to make it look kind of like this is an actual cutting mat on my craft desk. So I also have this large acrylic 2022 from Colorcast Designs, and I'll be putting that in the middle of my cutting mat as part of my title as well. I just went around my craft room to try to find some things that are small enough to fit onto my title page. So I'm starting out with some gold glitter jewels from Studio Katia, which I'll be adhering down in the corner here to make it look like I've accidentally spilled some on my crafting mat. Next, I'm placing some of these die-cut ephemera pieces from Citrus Twist around my page. Here I've layered together one of the die-cut ephemera pieces that says, "So many projects, so little time," with one of the digital elements from the printable cut-apart sheet that was from February 2022. And I'm going to clip those together with a mini paper clip from Tim Holtz. I just love being able to include all of these mini ephemera bits on my title page here. I also want to do more crafting and just don't have enough time to do all of the projects that I want to do. So I feel like this is totally my model all the time, which was great for my title page. Here I'm also adding in a mini clothespin, and I'm using that as kind of like a mini spool for some twine that I had just lying on my desk. This is from Lawn Fawn. And I have a couple more ephemera bits to fill in the top section as well. Next, I'm adding some puffy orange stickers here. These are alphabet stickers to spell out the words Life Crafted so that my title reads Life Crafted 2022, and using my Thickers alignment guide ruler to make sure that this is nice and lined up and centered on my page. And here's where I thought it would be so cute to add like a mini Life Crafted album onto my page. So I have a piece of teal cardstock here. It is textured on one side, so it kind of gives that same fabric-y kind of feeling that the real Life Crafted albums have. And I'm just eyeballing the measurements and score marks, but it ended up being about 2¼ inches wide by 1¾ inches tall, and then I scored on the 2¼ inch side at 1 inch and 1¼ inch to make that little spine there. And I'm going to add just the teeniest strip of gold foiled cardstock onto the spine of my album to make it look like a label holder, and then add a teenier strip of white cardstock in the center of that to make the label. And you'll see me play around with the sizes of these a bit and try to cut them down even smaller and even smaller. It's just kind of hard to get the sizes to be the right proportions to this album that I have here. And to adhere these itty bitty little pieces, I thought it would be hard to apply any score tape or anything like that, or even liquid adhesive. So I just placed them onto like a blank piece of cardstock and then ran my adhesive over that whole entire area. And then that way I could get even coverage of tape onto the backs of those tiny pieces. So now that I have all of my little elements here, I'm going to start adhering everything into place. Starting with the clothespin and the twine, I'm using a glue dot from Zotz to prevent the twine from unraveling and also to stick the clothespin down onto my page. These glue dots are my favorite adhesive to use whenever I have to adhere something that doesn't really have a flat surface to attach to. Next up is my acrylic piece, which I'm going to adhere using my Gina K Connect glue, and that is my favorite adhesive for attaching any embellishments that have like a slick surface. So for example, this acrylic piece here, or metal tokens, and even these jewels from Studio Katia that I'll be adhering as well. I just like that this glue comes out in a bit of a finer tip and dries matte and clear. And for the jewels, you'll notice that I'm just placing a dot of that glue onto my page, then using this jewel picking tool to pick up my jewel and place it directly onto the glue. The jewel picking tool has kind of like a sticky, tacky end, so it's just a lot easier to pick up these tiny jewels instead of having to use my fingers. For the paper embellishments, I'm mostly using my Tombow Mono permanent adhesive tape runner, but I am also going to add a glue dot behind that paper clip, which just helps it to adhere a bit better. I've also added a bit of washi tape to that embellishment cluster there. This has some macarons on it, which I guess aren't really crafting related, but I just liked how the colors of the macarons matched the colors in my page. And I also like the look of this thinner washi tape with the smaller embellishments I have going on with the rest of my title page. After I've adhered everything down, I'm cutting off the extra bit of that ruler that's hanging off on the right side of the page. And I'm adding a Puffy sticker with the new handmade Puffy sticker sheet as well. That was also from February. And as a finishing touch, I'm going to add some glossy accents to a couple of the die cut ephemera pieces, mainly the pans of watercolor and the camera lens there. Glossy accents is a clear adhesive that dries glossy and kind of dimensional. So it just gives these ephemera pieces a bit more dimension and detail. I did give the glossy accents a bit of time to dry, and off camera, I also added a photo of me and my boyfriend inside the mini Life Crafted album, which I thought was so cute. And I also decided that there were a few empty spots that needed to be filled up. After all, my craft desk is quite messy all the time. So I've added a few puffy heart stickers from my Citrus Twist Kits stash as well. And that completes my title page for this album. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for more crafty inspiration. Thanks so much for watching!